Ooh, yeah, look at this. What do you guys think of my new car? Sam let me borrow it today since we're talking about cars and trucks. I'm gonna take it for a little spin. Would you like to come join me? Awesome. We'll get in our car and we'll zoom to my comfy chair. Here we go. Let's see if I can fit in here. Sam, push me! Come push me, Sam! Welcome to my comfy chair. Welcome to Storytime. I, of course, am Miss Hannah. And as you saw in our intro, we're talking about some vehicles this week. Our big thing for the month is transportation. Can you guys say transportation? Transportation. And that's how people get around. And there is so many ways to do that. This week, we're going to talk about cars and trucks. And I have to say that this is my son's favorite topic of conversation is transportation. Cars, trucks, trains, anything with wheels is Samuel's favorite thing. So all the books for this unit have been picked by Samuel. So you guys are getting a huge treat. But this first book we're going to read is called Transportation. We're going to find out what it is exactly. This is How People Get Around by Gail Gibbons. So let's read, shall we? Sorry, I had to readjust. Transportation is what people use to get around. They choose what works best for them to get from place to place. You're going to see a lot of different ways to have transportation. So look at all the different ways. Cars and other vehicles. Drivers and passengers travel on roads and highways. Lots of things, lots of cars and type things there. Trains. People ride in trains to move along tracks. Aircraft. Some people fly through the air on airplanes. People use boats to move across the water. Some people travel short distances. While others travel to faraway places. There are vehicles of all shapes and sizes, and there are many different shapes and sizes of cars and other vehicles that travel on the road. There are many ways for people to get around. There are some small cars and some big cars. Many people depend on public transportation. Every day, people travel to and from the same places, such as work or school. They are called commuters. Do you drive somewhere every day? Other people want to travel for comfort. Some ride in luxury vehicles. This is a limousine or a sedan. These are some fancy dancy stuff. Some people own vehicles that have comforts of home, like an RV. There are different types of RVs too. Most trains run on two parallel rails called railroad tracks. Passengers use schedules called timetables so they can decide what train to take. Some people ride on subway trains through underground streets, underground tunnels. Some ride on elevated trains, and others travel on the street level. Subway goes under, the elevated train is called the L, and it goes above. Many passenger trains travel to faraway towns and cities. Sometimes they have sleeping cars and dining cars. High-speed trains move extremely fast. Passengers arrive at their destinations very quickly. In the sky, there are small and large aircraft. Helicopters and many planes have engines that turn propeller blades and make them fly. Here are some propeller ones. There are large propeller planes that carry many passengers. This is a big one. Jet planes come in many sizes and have powerful jet engines. Some jet engines are huge. They can fly many passengers to faraway places. Have you ever flown on a plane or taken a train? These are some different things that happen. I've been on a plane and I've been on a train. Boats come in all sizes and are powerful in many different ways. Some are work boats, some are pleasure boats. Have you ever been on a boat? I've been on a big boat. I've been on some little boats. Small boats carry some larger boats carry lots of passengers. Cruise ships carry many passengers on trips that you may see some sights. Never been on a big boat. Maybe someday. Astronauts, scientists, and other trained people from all around the world travel to the International Space Station. They study space travel and do scientific experiments. In the future, many people may travel in many new ways. There are many ways for people to get around. People are always on the go. There is transportation everywhere. These are some signs that we might see with different types of transportation. Oof. What's your favorite way to go? Do you have a favorite way? Let's talk about a car. I'm going to go get my book real quick, and we'll talk about a car. This is a story called My Little Red Car, and this is by Chris L. Demarest, and it's about a little boy and his car. Let's read this book. I have a wish. When I grow up, I want to travel around the world. I'll say goodbye to my family and wave to all my friends. Then I'll cross many streams, spiral up tall mountains, zoom down deep valleys in a flash. I'll cross a huge river filled with ships from all over the world. I'll weave through the cities. Do you see his little car right there? There's his car right there. I'll zigzag toward the ocean, then zip along the shore like the wind. For his car. I'll crawl through a tunnel deep under the sea and stop for lunch in a beautiful old city. I'll speed over hot desert sands. Then cool off at the North Pole. And when it gets dark, I'll head back home. Me and my little red car. Do you think you can travel all those places in a car in one day? I don't think that'd be very feasible. But let's go do an activity together, shall we? Let's go. Let's do a fun action rhyme with cars. This one you need 2 fingers for. Can you do them? Get your fingers ready. It goes, car, car, may I have a ride? Yes, sir, step right inside. Get in the car, turn on the gas. Chug, 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 chug away, but not too fast. Should we do it again? Ready? Car, car, may I have a ride? Yes, sir, step right inside. Get in the car, turn on the gas. Chug away, drive, but not too fast. Let's do it one more time. Ready? Get your fingers ready. Car, car, may I have a ride? Yes, sir, step right inside. Get in the car, turn on the gas, chug away, but not too fast. Good job. Let's go read another book. Welcome back. Did you know that there are some cars that people use to just simply work? Like trucks. This is Uncle Chuck's truck, and this is a farm truck. Would you like to read about a farm truck? It's fun. Let's read about it. My Uncle Chuck drives a truck on his farm. I love to ride with him. We go bouncing, bouncing, bouncing over the bumps where the farm is bumpy. And sliding, sliding, sliding over the slippery mud where his farm is muddy. Uncle Chuck puts different things in the back of his truck. In the winter, he puts food for his cows back there. I go with him, bounce, 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 slip, slide, riding back to take care of the cows. When the cows see Uncle Chuck's truck, they say, "Moo!" and start running towards us. They are ready to eat. We count the cars, and we count the cows. Any new baby cows? Yes, there was one born during the night. Now it's time to go. The truck won't go. We're stuck. Uncle Chuck's truck is stuck in the mud. Oh, brother, says Uncle Chuck. Cows, you better give us some help to get unstuck so we can bring you more food tomorrow. So 4 cows put their heads behind the truck and push hard. The truck comes unstuck from the mud and away we go. All right, says Uncle Chuck. Thanks, cows. See you tomorrow. The end. Let's go do another fun activity together. Come on, let's go. Probably the most famous car song is The Wheels on the Bus. And I think you should sing with me. Alright, we're going to do, I think we'll just start with The Wheels on the Bus. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. Let's do open and shut now. Ready? The doors on the bus go open and shut, open and shut, open and shut. The doors on the bus go open and shut, all through the town. Through the windows. The windows on the bus go up and down, up and down, up and down. The windows on the bus go up and down, all through the town. What should we do next? You have an idea? The babies? All right, let's do the babies. The babies on the bus go woo, 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 woo. The babies on the bus go woo, 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 all through the town. Let's do the mommies then. The mommies on the bus go shh, 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 shh. The mommies on the bus go shh, 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 all through the town. Can you think of any more? Should we do coins? The coins on the bus go clink, 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 clink. The coins on the bus go clink, 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 all through the town. Let's finish it with the wheels again. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. Good job. Let's finish with our last book. We are again back in my spot. For our last book, we have this book called The Trucker, and it's by Brenda and Mark Weatherby. Let's read about truckers. Did you know that people drive trucks for a living? Isn't that a cool thing? Here it is. Early one morning, while Wesley was playing quietly in his room, something odd began to happen to his red semi-flatbed rig. Right here. What's going to happen? First, it began to rattle and shake. Then it grew and grew and it grew. Time for breakfast, Wesley's mom called from the kitchen, but he didn't hear her. He had work to do. Wesley bobtailed down to the yard. There he found his load all bundled up and ready to go. He hitched up the trailers. Then, carefully, he looked over every part of the rig. Brakes, psh, okay. Lights, tch, 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 all working. Hoses, no problem. One last thump on each tire. Thump, thump, thump. Check the pressure. If it all went well, he could get to the lumber yard and unload well before dark. The trucks roared down the street. When Wesley reached the bus stop, the children were waiting for the school bus. They gave him the truckle signal. Choo, 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 choo. All the truckers know it. Wesley answered with a loud, long blast of his horn. The nearby county road was bumpy and bouncy. Trees and flowers and animals whooshed past. The highway was not so much fun. It was flat and straight, and it stretched on and on, hundreds of miles ahead. Wesley picked up his CB radio for company. "Anyone out there got your ears on?" he asked. The radio was full of static. "Can't talk now," said a voice. Not with the window wash up ahead. Not with this window wash up ahead. That meant rain was coming. Wesley turned off the highway and looked up at the darkening clouds. The storm was so close you could smell it. A yellow service truck was stuck in a ditch and needed help. It was no trouble pulling the little truck back onto the road. Suddenly, wind blew and the sky blackened. One big raindrop splattered on the windshield, then another, and another. Lightning flashed. Thunder crashed. The windshield wipers pounded. Thwomp pump, thwomp pump, thwomp pump. Muddy water splashed against the windows, and it was hard to see, and now the roads looked unfamiliar. Wesley was lost. Then suddenly, kaboom! A sharp tug on the steering wheel told Wesley he had blown a tire. He pulled over the side of the road. There was no one around to help. Wesley couldn't fix this big truck alone. He radioed for help. "Bubble trouble," he called in the CB. "Crackle, crackle," was all the radio would say. Then something wonderful happened. That yellow service truck that he had helped out of the ditch appeared. When the driver saw Wesley was in trouble, he pulled over to help. There he is right there helping Wesley. When the tire was changed, Wesley thanked the driver. The driver let Wesley follow him to the rest of the way to the lumber yard. At last, he was there. See Wesley in the front there? But all that excitement made Wesley very sleepy. He was too sleepy to unload his lumber. His eyelids were heavy. He couldn't stay awake another moment. "Better bag out and get some shut eye," he told the radio. Then he pulled off the road to take a nap. Just as he drifted off into a deep sleep, the truck began to rattle and shake. "Hey, little man, dreaming about your truck again?" Wesley rubbed his eyes. Today was the day he was going to work with Daddy. "You fell asleep with your truck before we had to leave, so I carried you into the trucks. Daddy said you missed the big thunderstorm, and we had a nasty flat tire." Wesley climbed up to the front seat and fastened his seatbelt. He could hardly wait to spend the whole day with Daddy on the big rig. There he is. He's on the big rig with his dad. They stopped for lunch at the Roadhog Truck Stop Cafe. Being a trucker can make a guy work up an appetite. Wesley was so happy he ordered 2 deluxe burgers with fries. All the way to the lumber yard, he told Daddy about the exciting adventure as a trucker. And there's some trucker jargon right there. Let's go do the big word of the month, and we'll come back here for your craft. Our big word for the month is transportation, which means how people get around. Just like we read in our first book. So that's going to be what we do. We're going to do it 3 times because that's how many times it takes to get into your brain. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Transportation. How people get around. Now we're driving this month. So let's drive it. We're driving this week, so let's drive this time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Transportation. How people get around. One more time, ready? 1, 2, 3. Transportation. How people get around. You're a good driver. Let's go see what our craft is for the day. Here we are after the big word. Our fun craft for this week is to make a car. See, my car has some wheels and some windows. I even put a headlight on the front. You can do it however you want. thank you for joining us today on Storytime. We will see you next time with more transportation and some big vehicles. See you next time. Bye.